Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Charlie Bengel, CEO of Remax Allegiance, and welcome to another edition of the Allegiance Way Show. My special guest today is Mr. Edwin Rucker. Good afternoon, Edwin.
Hey, how you doing, Charlie?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So, Edwin has been a realtor since 2001, joining Remax Allegiance in 2007, and was quickly promoted in 2008 to managing broker of Virginia Beach. He specializes in residential real estate on the south side of Hampton Roads. So let's jump right into it, Edwin. It is April 30th, 2020. And if anybody is watching this in the future, hopefully COVID-19 is a thing of the past. But as of right now, it is not a thing of the past, right? Tell us about what's going on in the real estate market. How have things changed? How's the market considering this virus going in Hampton Roads?
Well, in Hampton Roads, I think the market is still great. Nothing much has changed except the way we do business. As far as people buying, selling, people renting, property management, all of that, everything is still happening. We just have to do it different, have to do it smartly.
Good. So talk to me a little bit about how that market is. It was pretty competitive before, was it not?
Yes, and it's still competitive. Now, I have not personally run into any multiple offer situations, and our area is kind of segmented in some ways. Some neighborhoods, they're going to get multiple offers. Other neighborhoods, you'll be lucky to get, one or two offers. But as far as my experience in the last month or so, I haven't seen a whole bunch of multiple offers.
Got it. Okay. So, but if you're a buyer that's looking to buy, or if you're a seller that needs to sell, there's still opportunities in this market like any other for you. Am I right?
Yes, most definitely.
Okay. Can you give us a little bit more color on the market in general? What's your kind of average days on market? Are prices holding firm? I mean, you guys have had an amazing market in Hampton Roads it's been more than 5 years now, I think, where it's just been a really good, powerful seller's market, has it not?
Yeah. If you look at the numbers, we're definitely in a seller's market. Average market time is definitely less than 30 days. Some neighborhoods are, less than 4 or 5 days. Some houses go on the market and they're sold the same day or the next day. It just kind of depends on the neighborhood and the city that you're in.
Got it. Very good. So you're still in business. The market is still moving. But you've had to pivot a little bit, right? There's folks that if you're a seller, you may not be comfortable with people coming through your house. If you're a buyer, you may not be comfortable going through strangers' houses. So can you talk a little bit about how business in general has changed and perhaps how you've changed your business?
Yeah, pivot, not just a little bit. I think it's been a major pivot.
Okay.
Well, number one, I don't think I took too many people around in my cars because, that change started to happen before COVID. But, we're still meeting people and showing them properties. But, we have preparation before they go in. They're either taking their shoes off, they're wearing booties, they're wearing gloves, they're wearing face masks. And, we're asking, owners to, turn on all the lights, open the doors, open the cabinet drawers, anything that, somebody might touch. We ask them to already have that, ready to present. And of course, then after we leave, we ask them to, sanitize again, just for safety's sake. And then when the buyer goes their direction, I go my direction. I'm in my car sanitizing as well, and I encourage them to sanitize. And I keep hand sanitizer and wet wipes with me, 24/7.
Okay, good. What about the importance of getting pre-approved if you're a buyer?
It's paramount. One, why go shopping if you don't know what you can shop for?
Right.
I don't go into Neiman Marcus just to look around because I already know that I can't afford to buy the stuff in it.
Well, you might be able to soon because Neiman Marcus is in trouble, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So, and it's not just to waste the buyer's time, but it's really not fair to sellers to be bringing people through their homes during a pandemic if those people are not capable of buying those homes, right?
Right, and even pre-pandemic, I mean, it's a waste of time. I mean, they got to know what they're able to afford, and that way you can, narrow down to the type of property they want and can afford. Because otherwise, they go in a $500,000 house and they can only afford $300,000. You're never going to satisfy them.
Right, understood. Very good. Talk to me a little bit about technology and how you guys are implementing technology in your market to market properties. Are you seeing more agents using Matterport 3D or some of the other 3D services, video, right? It seems, in my opinion, the days of taking a few photos with your iPhone and throwing that on the MLS and that being your marketing are over, right? And people have to step up marketing during this pandemic.
Yeah, most definitely. And even the MLS here, they have live streaming for open houses. That's something that they just recently implemented, which is actually pretty interesting the way they got that. Because most people were just using the iPhone or whatever when they go live and they do an open house that way, and they kind of narrate as they walk through.
Right.
That works. And it depends on where you are. Sometimes you might be able to use Zoom if you got a good internet connection in the house, and people don't mind the camera shaking a little bit because obviously you're not going to be able to keep it still.
Right. So basically, if clients are comfortable, then you're making a deal happen.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So other than getting pre-approved, if you're a buyer, what other recommendations do you have for buyers that want to buy now?
Okay, I would recommend, number one, that they talk with a lender. If they don't have one that they prefer, of course, we have several that we could recommend them to, and we recommend that they get pre-approved. That way they know how much they can qualify for, and they know when they can buy, and they know what they need to do to stay qualified. Now, once they get the pre-approval letter, then I'll do some searches and find properties that meet their criteria based on what they tell me they're looking for, and then at that time we will schedule appointments and go out and look at the houses that we can look at. Because every now and then you run into one that where the seller is a little bit apprehensive on allowing people to come into the home, and we've even had scenarios where sellers have walked through the home on FaceTime, using FaceTime, so that buyers can look at the property that way.
Got it. What about recommendations for sellers? You're able to do virtual listing appointments now, right? What other recommendations do you have for people who are thinking, I need to sell my home, but I'm nervous?
Well, I would tell them, number one, it's a good reason to be nervous, because if you listen to the news all day long, they're going to put you in a panic mood.
Yeah.
But there's a safe way to do this, and if everybody exercise that the proper safety measures, I think that we can list properties and show them physically, when people want to look at them, as long as it's done right, and I wouldn't put myself in danger or put anyone else in danger, just to show a house. If everybody's not willing to cooperate, then we skip that process.
Right. I like it. Very good. I wanted to ask you about this earlier, and I was remiss in not doing so. So what got you into real estate? Why are you in this interesting business?
Oh, wow. Well, Charlie, you may know I used to pastor a local church. And
right.
I turned it over probably about 4 years ago. But before then, I experienced a couple setbacks in the church, and then I decided that I need to do something else. And I was looking at going into the technology field. I was already in college, taking computer science classes, and had a real good friend that was in real estate. He bugged me every single day, and then finally one day I said, okay, I'll sign up for the real estate class. I took the class, passed the first time, passed the exam first time, and I said, oh, I guess I'm a realtor. I better find somebody to put my license with, and so I got into the business, and then when I realized just how interactive it is, when dealing with people, which is people are my forte. It was a no-brainer from there. So I just started pouring everything I had into it, and let the computer science stuff go.
Got it. Very good. What advantages are there for buyers and sellers if they're looking for an agent to use an agent who's associated with a large international brand like RE/MAX?
Well, first, Callie, the balloon is recognizable, all around the world, all around the country, and I typically try not to be a secret agent. I don't know if people can tell, but I got my Remax
Right.
logo on. So whenever I go out, I wear something that has Remax on it. If I'm wearing a regular shirt or something, I'll put my name badge on. And literally, just by wearing that, people ask me about the market. They ask me, sometimes they'll see the symbol and they think they know what it is, but they're not sure. And they ask, are you Remax? And I say, yeah. And I say, I help people buy and sell houses. And then we just kind of develop a conversation from there.
Awesome. Anything else that you want to add for our audience today, Edwin?
Not much. I just, now is as good a time as any to buy or sell a house. So if you need to do one or the other, then reach out to Edwin. And even though I'm in Hampton Roads, I can help you with an agent anywhere in the country or around the world for that matter.
I like it. And if people want to reach you, what's your website, Edwin?
Edwin, www.edwinrucker.com.
I love it. Hey, I appreciate you getting on the show today. Always a pleasure, Edwin, and we will talk to you soon. Have a great afternoon. Take care.
Thank you, Charlie. Thanks a lot.